After trade negotiations between India and the US, which stretched for months, US President Donald Trump has announced a 25% tariff on goods imported from India, effective from August 1. He also warned of additional unspecified penalties for India's ongoing defenses and energy ties with Russia. Reacting to Trump, India's response has been strikingly firm. Rather than yielding to pressure as the EU, Japan and many other countries did, India chose to protect its core interests, signaling a more assertive phase in its global economic engagement, stating that national interest remains India's priority. Take a look at what Trump had to say and the political reactions that followed.
India is preparing to face higher U.S. tariffs between 20 and 25%. Is that what you're tracking, or what do you think the rate will be for India?
They are going to pay 25%.
Yeah, India is preparing to face higher U.S. tariffs between 20 and 25%.
Yeah, I think so. Look, they're my friends, and he's my friend. And, you know, they ended the war with Pakistan at my request, and that was great. And Pakistan did also. India's been a good friend, but India has charged basically more tariffs than almost any other country. You know that, right? Over the years. But now I'm in charge, and you just can't do that.
बीजेपी एमपी प्रवीण खंडेलवाल हमारे साथ हैं। सर, 25% टैरिफ प्लस पेनल्टी यूएस प्रेसिडेंट डोनाल्ड ट्रंप ने अनाउंस करी है। आप कैट के सेक्रेटरी भी हैं। किस तरीके का असर भारत के मार्केट पे देखने को मिल सकता है?
देखिए, एक बार उसको पहली दृष्टि में पूरा अध्ययन करना पड़ेगा कि जो भी ट्रंप प्रशासन ने आज 25% टैरिफ लगाया है, कौन से ऐसे भारत के उत्पाद हैं जो अमेरिका का बाजार जो ज्यादा तरीके से देख सकते थे, जिन पर इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा। और मुझे लगता है कि भारत सरकार भी निश्चित रूप से इस बात का संज्ञान लेगी। एक बार थोड़ा इसका स्टडी हो जाए, तब इस पर निश्चित रूप से कुछ ठोस कहा जा सकता है।
जो स्टेटमेंट आया है उसमें यह भी कहा है कि रशिया से हम बहुत एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं, चाइना से भी बहुत इंपोर्ट करते हैं, ट्रेड करते हैं, और इसकी वजह से हमने 25% का टैरिफ।
मैंने कहा ना कि एक बार पहले इस सारे जो भी उनका बयान है, पहले उसको सरकार भी निश्चित रूप से विजुअलाइज करेगी, और हम सब लोग व्यापारी के रूप में भी उसको विजुअलाइज करेंगे और देखते हैं।
इनकी फॉरेन पॉलिसी पूरी तरह फेल है, इसीलिए इनके दोस्त मोदी डोनाल्ड ट्रंप है। लेकिन मोदी जी बड़ा जोर से कहते थे डोनाल्ड ट्रंप ने, अब वो अपना रंग दिखा दिया।
तो डोनाल्ड ट्रंप ने अनाउंसमेंट में ये भी कहा है कि हालांकि भारत हमारा अच्छा दोस्त है, लेकिन रशिया के साथ, चाइना के साथ भारत ट्रेड करता है और इसीलिए पेनल्टी भी देनी पड़ेगी 25%।
हमारी हाल तो ना घर के हैं ना बाहर के हैं, ना वहां के रहे ना वहां के। रशिया भी आपका हमारा पुरातन मित्र था। डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह, श्रीमती इंदिरा गांधी जब भी प्राइम मिनिस्टर बड़े हुए हैं, इवन अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी बैलेंस लेकर चले थे, लेकिन एक अच्छा मित्र तो रखा ही था ना साथ। अब मित्रता भी आपने छोड़ दी, तो जिसके लिए आप खुद ही नहीं चल पाए भी आपने किसके साथ चलना है, कैसे देश को आगे ले जाना है। देखो, अब पूरा वर्ल्ड ऑलमोस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी वाइज वन है। हमारे बॉर्डर अलग अलग हो सकते हैं, भाषा अलग हो सकती है, हमारा देश का झंडा अलग होता है, लेकिन टेक्नोलॉजी वाइज वन है। कोई भी बात करते हैं पूरे वर्ल्ड में जाती है। तो इनकी जो वर्गीकरण का जो सिस्टम है, उसने ये बहुत बड़ा नुकसान देश को किया है वर्ल्ड वाइड।
आपको लगता है भारत पे एक बड़ा इम्पैक्ट होगा मार्केट पर?
बिल्कुल होगा। मेडिसिन की बहुत बड़ी मार्केट है, और ये मशीन टूल की भी बहुत बड़ी मार्केट है उनके साथ, यहाँ हम एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं जो चीज।
India is a sovereign country. India can make its own decisions. India will make its own decisions. India will trade with multiple countries. This has not been happening for the last 1 month or 2 months. We've been trading with many countries for the last so many decades. So this is nothing new. So we'll be continuing the trade in the coming decades also, coming days also, coming decades also. So just because of that, I don't think this is being happening. We have our contingency plans in place. Prime Minister Modi has been talking about it, about Make in India for the last 10 years, and it's been happening. If you look at the Make in India products, even in defense also, he has mentioned yesterday in the parliament also, it's been increasing for so many years. Atmanirbharta, he has been talking about it, and we'll be able to achieve that. We'll be on path of achieving that. And second thing, because of Make in India, and also because of the internal consumption that is going on, the extra produce that happens in any segment, I think we'll be able to absorb that.
I think I must repeat what I have said earlier to all your friends, that this gentleman and I'm sorry, I'm using a very polite word. This gentleman doesn't know what India is. India is not simply its government, its political parties. India is an entity, a civilizational entity. Don't mess with us. Governments will come and go. Parties may not be there tomorrow, but we'll make you understand in a bigger way that what you are doing is actually you are destroying the very idea of fair things, idea of how to go about it at the world level.
Do you think that government should make a statement in the House as well?
I look, don't put words into my mouth. I don't wish to score points with the government. We are with the government. Plus, but please tell Honorable President of United States that please change your language. We would prefer remaining hungry rather than accepting these kind of denigratory positions.
Thank you so much for speaking.
It's shocking to learn about the decision of the United States, and we want to know how the government of India and my friend, that is Modi ji, is going to respond to it. And I feel that the government of India should be competent enough, should have the ability to stand up to the United States. We were having a slavish attitude towards United States, despite Donald Trump was abusing, ridiculing, rebuking India. Not a single comment has come from the Prime Minister. Even yesterday he spoke for 1 hour and 42 minutes. He didn't say a word about the rubbish that is being talked by Donald Trump. And this decision of the United States will have.
The United Nations Security Council, yes, that United Nations has for the first time ever named the terrorist group responsible for the Pahalgam attack, the TRF. Take a look at our report.
The United Nations Security Council has given a big reality check to Pakistan, a slap on the face for Islamabad's nefarious foreign policy. In a dramatic breakthrough, the UNSC has for the first time explicitly mentioned the role of the Resistance Front or TRF in the deadly April 22nd Pahalgam terror attack. Linking it directly to Lashkar-e-Taiba support, marking a major diplomatic milestone in India's fight against cross-border terrorism.
Indian diplomacy has been successful in getting America to declare TRF as a global terrorist organization, in getting the UN Security Council monitoring team to accept that TRF today is a terrorist entity.
On April 22nd, 5 terrorists stormed the serene Pahalgam Valley, targeting tourists, killing 26 civilians and wounding dozens more. A photograph of the attack site, released by TRF on the same day, became chilling proof of the atrocity. TRF then retracted its claim on April 26th, and no one else took responsibility. The latest report states bluntly that the attack could not have happened without Lashkar-e-Taiba support, affirming the link to Pakistan-backed terror. Earlier, Pakistan successfully lobbied to omit mentioning of TRF from a UNSC press statement. Islamabad even admitted openly that it used its non-permanent member status to remove all references to TRF despite the group's own claim of responsibility. This UNSC report marks a strategic victory for India. For the first time, the global body has implicitly acknowledged the Pakistan-backed nature of the Pahalgam massacre and TRF's role. It sets the stage for India's push to formally list TRF under the UNSC sanctions regime, paving the way for global travel bans, asset freezes, and broader international pressure. As diplomatic winds shift and India's case strengthens, the world watches to see whether TRF will soon be formally branded under the full force of UN sanctions. as the terrorist proxy India has long said that it is. With Vishal Vivek, Bureau Report, NDTV World.
It was a stormy Rajya Sabha session with Home Minister Amit Shah raining fire at the opposition during Operation Sindhu debate. While opposition staged a walkout, Home Minister Amit Shah termed it as a walkout of shame as the opposition failed to curb terror under the UPA era. Take a look at this.
ऑपरेशन सिंधु दो इकट्ठा होता है तो दुनिया के सभी आतंकवादी हमलों में सबसे सटीक, सख्त और त्वरित जवाब माननीय प्रधानमंत्री के नेतृत्व में भारत के सुरक्षा बलों ने दिया। ये हमला कल्पना कर लीजिए, कांग्रेस के राज में हुआ होता तो क्या होता। अभी तो भाजपा सरकार है, एनडीए सरकार है, मोदी जी प्रधानमंत्री हैं, तीनों ने क्लीन चिट देने में 100 दिन लगा दिए। अगर कांग्रेस की सरकार होती तो पाकिस्तान को तुरंत क्लीन चिट मिल जाएगा। रक्षा मंत्रालय की जगह विदेश मंत्रालय काम करता, रातों रात जेरोक्स मशीनों पर डोजियर तैयार होते, डोजियर वहां भेजते थे और फिर चर्चा करते शर्म अल शेख में, और कुछ नहीं करते साहब। और ये हमें सवाल पूछ रहे, कोई अधिकार नहीं है कांग्रेस पार्टी को, भारतीय जनता पार्टी को आतंकवाद के बारे में सवाल पूछने का। मान्यवर, इस देश के अंदर आतंकवाद फैला, पनपा, बढ़ा तो इसका एकमात्र कारण कांग्रेस की सरकारों की लचर और तुष्टीकरण से युक्त वोट बैंक की राजनीति रही है।
And now there seems to be no end to a spate of dog attacks across the country, both from stray dogs to pets. Delhi has its many shares of haunting stories of dog menace. Take a look at what Delhi Minister Ashish Sood had to say when NDTV spoke to him.
Well, joining us right now is in fact the Urban Development Minister in the Delhi government, Ashish Sood. So, we at NDTV have been doing a campaign of the stray dog dilemma. Today also we saw that in fact, the Delhi government in fact, held a meeting over this. In fact, all the stray animals, but keeping focus on the stray dogs, sir, what has been decided so far?
I appreciate NDTV's campaign and its concern about the stray animals, especially the stray cows and stray dogs. This is a good effort by NDTV because in the present circumstance we have to take into confidence all the stakeholders. There are dog lovers, there are animal lovers who want to serve the animals because of their love, affection or the religious faith, etc. But at the same time, the increasing number of dog bites, the attack on the small children, old people, ladies, the bike riders, the scooty riders, the increased number of these attacks is also creating a concern. So we really discussed about the legal position. Is law required? How to enforce the present provisions of the law properly? These are all our concerns. We are working and try to find out the ways to engage both the animal lovers, the persons who love to care for the animals, and also the larger public which are being attacked by these stray dogs.
And on that note, we're slipping into a very short break. Don't go anywhere. Divya Deshmukh, winner of the 2025 FIDE Women's World Cup, returns home amid a rousing welcome by family and supporters who gathered at the Nagpur airport to receive her. Take a look at what she had to say.
मैं बहुत खुश हूँ, मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है देख के कि इतने सारे लोग आए हैं, चेस को रिकॉग्नाइज कर रहे हैं एंड मेरा दिल बहुत खुश हो गया है। मेरे पेरेंट्स को, मेरे बहन को और मेरी पूरी फैमिली को एंड मेरे फर्स्ट कोच राहुल जोशी सर को। अभी तो मैं ये महीना थोड़ा सा रेस्ट लूंगी एंड देन नेक्स्ट महीने ग्रैंड स्विस खेल रही हूँ।
And it's a double whammy for Russia after the earthquake. Now volcano erupts in Russia. You can see in the visuals hot burning lava spewing out of this volcano. While scientists monitor the activity, it remains for a high alert in Russia as just after a strong earthquake, Russia is witnessing the volcano eruption. And now on to the Kapoor family drama. There is a bitter battle being fought over the inheritance of last industrialist Sanjay Kapoor, who died in London during a polo match. Now his mother Reena Kapoor has been issued a cease and desist order by Sanjay's company Sona BLW after she raised questions of the AGM and functioning of the company, also raising questions over her son's death. Meanwhile, Sanjay's third wife Priya Sachdev is making her moves quietly. She has also changed her name from Priya Sachdev to Priya Sanjay Kapoor on Instagram. Here is our special report on the heated Kapoor drama. Take a look.
A mother, a wife, 2 ex-wives and 2 sons, a daughter and a stepdaughter, and a $300 billion inheritance. The corporate potboiler of an inheritance battle is all but taking form in the commercial capital of India. And it all happened because a polo player reportedly swallowed a bee. Inheritance, the continuity of community. When knowledge soaks up the learnings of one generation and passes it down as wisdom to the next. Or inheritance, when material wealth is fought over and desired by those who lived longer than those who possessed it. The greater the material, more the interest that accrues, in economic as well as social terms.
She wants to get to the heart of the matter as to what happened that led to this death. To her, this is not just another freak accident as was made out to be initially. And I think that's the main focus.
The client in question is Rani Kapoor, mother to a son worth an estimated 30,000 crore rupees. A son who died suddenly 7,000 kilometers away from home. Sanjay Kapoor, the 53-year-old promoter of the company Sona Comstar, was out playing polo in Windsor, England, when he had a heart attack. He reportedly swallowed a bee, which then stung him, causing the attack. That in turn killed him. Sanjay Kapoor's untimely death set in motion a tussle for inheritance. Who will control his business empire? Who will get control of the board of directors of Sona Comstar? Sanjay took charge of Sona Comstar, the Gurugram-based auto components giant, in 2015, succeeding his father Surinder Kapoor. The astute businessman soon steered the company beyond the borders of India. This meant footprints in China, Mexico, and the US. Global expansion also meant a manifold increase in net worth. Sanjay Kapoor had married 3 times. The first of his 2 former wives was Mumbai-based fashion designer Nandita Mahatani. The 2 divorced in 2000. In 2003, Sanjay married actor Karishma Kapoor. The couple had 2 children together, daughters Samaira and son Kian. They parted ways in 2016. Sanjay Kapoor left behind a deeply divided family, with his company bang at the center of a bitter inheritance battle. Sanjay Kapoor's legal next of kin would be his model-turned-entrepreneur widow Priya Sachdeva Kapoor, and possibly the legal heir to his estate as well, as none of his 3 children are of age. A week after Sanjay's death, Sona Comstar announced the appointment of a new chairperson. At the same time, Priya was appointed as an additional non-executive director, subject to shareholder approval. On July 1st, the company issued a notice for its 29th AGM, scheduled for 25th of July. The agenda included the formal appointment of Priya Sachdev Kapoor as director. On the morning of July 25th, just hours before the AGM, Rani Kapoor submitted a formal request to postpone the meeting by 2 weeks, alleging coercion, misrepresentation and exclusion during the family's mourning period. And the Sas-Bahu rift was out in the open.
I still don't know what happened to my son. I'm old now and need closure before I go. I remember the early days of Sona, built with care, sacrifice and love. I am here to remind the world that our family legacy must not be lost. It must be passed on as my husband always wanted to be.
Soon there were reports that Sanjay's second ex-wife, actress Karishma Kapoor, too was seeking a stake in his vast estate. Karishma Kapoor is said to have received a sizable alimony settlement when they divorced in 2016. Reports at that time also were that Sanjay Kapoor had set aside a $140 million bond for their children. Financial experts say the bond generates about $1 million monthly interest to cover the children's expenditures. Despite Rani's objections, the AGM confirmed Jeffrey Mark Overlay as chairman and Priya Sachdev as a director. Internal records suggest Priya's legal position is strong, potentially sidelining other family members. But succession takes time to resolve, particularly when billions of not just rupees but dollars are at stake, and when a TV serial like Sas-Bahu Battle is on the cards. How long this episode of a succession drama will take to play out will depend on where it gets screened, behind closed doors of the family or in the public realm of courts. Wherever it plays and whatever the outcome, tongues will wag for long and people will not give up speculating on conspiracy theories. Because society, after all, thrives on schadenfreude, the interest in the misfortune of others.